Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining my session. So today I would like to cover how we see the transformation is happening with the device data, what are the challenges, and how hopefully Qubitro can help during this transformation. So everyone probably here knows that it started with basic monitoring solution in IoT landscape. So solutions were kind of simple because the entire landscape was trying to understand how to produce hardware that is compatible with new network and how to develop a software that can handle this data. And it was more about to understand the use cases and the need for the digital transformation for specific use cases. But then we realized that the more the devices are producing data, it also starts to evolve because the use cases are now harder and they are also transforming. For example, we have one customer story that they collect device data to collect activity of needle, and they publishes 10 data points just within per second. So these kind of examples are increasing, so we also see interesting use cases such as data center monitoring, massive machine data collection from factories. So we believe that there is a demand also for the software part which can handle these massive data. So as I mentioned, the simple data collection is now moving to the big data collection, and there's also need for collecting data in real time and also process data in real time. And also there is a more demand to bridge the gap between machine learning and AI solutions powered by device data. We believe that this is challenging, and there are just two options at the moment until Qubitro. So the first one is plug and play approach. This is good for instant monitoring solutions, and you may think them as of IoT platforms. So these are helpful for companies and developers to build easy-to-use monitoring solutions from various devices, but the problem is they are inflexible. So let's say you want to process massive data or you want to collect various data sources. They are hitting the limit because they were built for the need of basic monitoring solutions. The other solution is DIY approach. This is also common in industry, but the problem is they require too much resources. The resources are engineering skills, understanding cloud infrastructure, and services. This is just one example from AWS, but it's the same story with any hyperscale cloud solution provider. And it's one of the main reasons that we weren't able to see a huge growth in IoT space with the large device data for any kind of solution in basically any area and application. So we believe that we can change that by basically looking with a different perspective. So I'd like to introduce today Qubitro for people who never heard before. So in a sentence, Qubitro is a device data platform built for hyper-connected world. We help companies to collect data, immediately start storing and analyzing, and more importantly, activating within their solutions. So basically, we help companies to get their POCs done in a few days and also move until the production stage without worrying about the cloud infrastructure and other helpful technologies that needs to be implemented. So first, we offer no-code integrations for multiple data sources. We are able to integrate with LoRaWAN network servers, some cellular companies and providers, and also we do offer other connectivity options managed by Qubitro itself. So these are no-code integrations, and what I mean is we are able to understand the devices and the device data. The more devices are connected to the network itself. So there is no extra step or extra engineering required to list devices and basically process device data. And the next step is basically advanced data processing. Depending on the connectivity, we offer features. For example, for LoRaWAN network servers and sensors connected to that, we offer device templates, and we call them decoder functions, because every time devices are connected, their data needs to be converted to the understandable version of that, or maybe customized on the fly before storing in the database, or maybe before forwarded to other platform as well. So we basically bring all these capabilities with an easy-to-use user experience on our platform. And also, we have other functions for sending real-time alerts or messages or emails or basically creating a way for communication between devices and your external systems or your customers' external systems. Of course, we do provide drag-and-drop data visualization because it's helpful, especially at the POC stage, so that companies and developers can make sure their devices are publishing the right data and so that they can understand in an easy way without doing also extra integrations with different solution providers. But on top of all of these, we focused on developer experience with our developer tools. Other than any other IoT platform, what we do is basically simple. We provide pre-configured APIs and software development kits so that customers and companies can basically activate and utilize device data in different solutions in a way they need. So they don't need to touch Qubitro user interface. Once they configure devices, it's really easy to access data. As you see with a single line of code or just a few lines of code, it's possible to access any device data with the customized options for sure. So we basically scale this infrastructure and help the companies to don't worry about the technical part of that, especially for the device data itself. And today, I would like to introduce our new feature called storage functions. We learned that although we do provide scalable data storage, in many cases, customers and companies want to access their device data either within their databases or their partners or customers' databases for storing in data warehouses or for different processing purpose. So we also wanted to build to make sure that it's also simple and straightforward for them. So for example, we are going to introduce these 4 templates: AWS Redshift, MongoDB time series, Google BigQuery, and also a way to publish data with, to other MQTT connectivity and brokers. So what this brings is basically, in this case, all the developers and customers need to provide their credentials, and they can configure how they want to store data as well, in addition to all the Qubitro functions. So as an example, once our users save the credentials, they will be only choosing how to forward data to the destinations. So this brings a new way and flexibility to process these potential massive data, either from POC stage or either with 10K or 20K devices. So we basically remove another barrier in the developer experience and process. So with this introduction, now we become as an infrastructure for IoT solutions. That is why we call Qubitro as a device data platform. So what we do is we basically integrate, process, and activate device data as fast as possible. We do have, in case you are interested in 3 simple pricing, so you can today register to Qubitro even without a credit card. 2 devices are always free. And we do offer scale plan if you want a package for simple use cases. But where we specialize is our enterprise plan. So we are able to provide white labeling. We are also able to provide 100% customized pricing for devices, for device data storage, and all these functionalities. So you can only pay what features you would like to use. You don't need to pay features that you are not going to utilize, or you can also always connect more devices and reduce the pricing. So this is where we are going right now with our enterprise plan. And currently, Qubitro is software as a service. So basically, you don't need to take any extra step to basically deploy Qubitro or utilize that or work with that. You can just register through our website. And in Q1, we will be introduce our first marketplace option, deployment option on AWS. And we are also working on our on-premise deployment. So we already have customers in industries such as oil and gas and startups from all around the world. But we realize that there is always a need for specific niche use cases with on-premise deployment. So we'll be also introducing that. So to summarize my speech, if you need a way to collect data from various networks or from a single one, we are able to help you to collect the data, process data, and also put device data into your solutions. You can directly sell through Qubitro, or you can build your own solutions as well. So if you like to learn more, we are at booth B8. And this is all from me today, so thanks for listening.
Yes. Thank you very much. Are there any questions from the audience? I was wondering, you talked about different solutions. So what IoT solution are you personally most excited about?
Good question. I personally most excited about startups because they always find interesting cases and challenging ones. So they are really making, having us sometimes hard time. So they are more fun. In Qubitro case, I provided one example, counting the number of needle movement. Mm-hmm. We would never imagine a scenario like that, a few months ago. But just 2 weeks ago, it happened. And then we learned another use case within, manufacturing factories and spaces. So currently, I would say that example is the most interesting one. As I said, we would never imagine that. So, yeah, that is all from me. Thanks. Yeah.
And how important do you think the Internet of Things is for digital transformation from the bigger companies?
The question would be easier if you didn't say big companies, but I think it's important because, as you know, big companies are always trying to find a way to keep their existence, and they also prefer to grow, so not stay at the same level. So many big companies in different industries already have a potential to transform to basically different use cases. For example, creating new products with their existing products by just converting them to, for example, into new cases that, for example, an offline solution can be converted to an Internet of Things solution. Or, as you know, everything is becoming internet connected, so that creates another market. Not only for big companies, but also startups like at early stage, or maybe resellers. For example, someone with an idea now can easily start and sell solutions. Thanks to solutions like Qubitro, we are not the only one, but this creates a massive market. So it's not like anymore, just an idea or a term, Internet of Things, but we actually see really nice appliances and applications within this space. So basically, there is no limit. So the more use cases that will be shared, the more companies will be producing more solutions, I believe.
Thanks.
Sure.
And what do you think is most challenging if you look at the Internet of Things and the digital transformation?
Most what? I couldn't.
Challenging.
Oh, yes.
So we heard before today,
right.
We heard some speakers talk about security, for example, but maybe there are other challenges you see in the market right now.
Right. I think there are several problems that are connected. So I believe the first one is basically understanding how things are working, so that they, the security and, for example, data infrastructure or piece of software or hardware can be a problem. The first step is knowing what to build next. In most cases, I have seen that. So of course, then there are technical problems such as security, scaling all these data infrastructure, understanding which technology to choose or which hardware to choose, which network to choose. So there are three basic pieces that we call hardware, connectivity, and data platforms. So I believe that the more companies are becoming a partner and sharing use cases, it will be also eliminated because we see that there are companies solving specific problems. Just like us, we focused on data part. There are different companies focused on security. There are many, nice, great companies focused on hardware. So it's just becoming a big puzzle, but a nice one, not complex one. So I think it will help to reduce this friction and bias, basically, when someone wants to work on IoT solution. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for listening again.
Give him a warm applause, please. Thank you.
Yeah.